The New Jerusalem description of the eternal abode of the bride.
The appearance of this city is quintessential of beauty, refined loveliness, and uncontrolled joy. Lofty language describes her merits, and descriptive vocabulary is exhausted in painting her portrait. The completion of her coming glory is the spiritual tonic for those who grew weary on the pilgrim journey down here. The New Jerusalem is really a post millennium city, for she does not come into view until the end of the millennium and the beginning of eternity. This city was evidently in the mind of Christ when he said, I go to prepare a place for you. See John 14, verse 2. But the curtain does not rise upon the scene of the heavenly city until earth's drama has reached a satisfactory conclusion. Earth's sorrow is not hushed until the endless ages begin. The New Jerusalem will be into eternity what the earthly Jerusalem is to the millennium. The earthly Jerusalem does not pass away, but it takes second place in eternity. Righteous reigns in Jerusalem. It will dwell in the New Jerusalem. Imperfection and rebellion exist even in the earthly Jerusalem during the millennium. Perfection and the absence of sin will identify the heavenly city, just as the king's queen is of more important than the place of his government. This is the New Jerusalem, transcends the city of earth. This will cast no reflection on the earthly city, nor I make sure, nor will it cause her inward pain. She can say in the spirit of John the Baptist, she that has the bridegroom is the bride. See John 3, verse 29. The New Jerusalem is the eternal abode of the church. The New Jerusalem is the home of the church, the home of the hometown of the church. This is the city towards which the church is journeying. As she pitches her tent in that direction, we are now to look at the new home by reading the architect's blueprint in his 21st chapter. And there came unto me one of the seven angels, which had seven vials full of seven last plagues, talked with me, saying, Come hither, I'll show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. Revelations 21 and 9.
The Megaeus Absurdus translation is,
And there came one of the seven angels who had seven bowls, who were laden with seven last plagues, and he spoke with me, saying, Come hither, I'll show thee the bride, the wife of the Lamb. What follows in verses 9 through 21 is a description of the city. We've seen the psychological or spiritual aspects of it, and they're wonderful. But this physical description is also worth contemplating. We must pause here to consider the relationship of the city to the citizens, the city proper to the church. Certainly, we were not to interfere that the empty city without the citizens is the bride. The citizens are identified with the city in chapter 22, verses 3, verse 6, and verse 19. Those outside are identified here in verse 8 as disfranchised. Although the distinction between the bride and the city needs to be maintained, it's the intent of the writer to consider them together. This passage is the description of the adornments, which reveals something of the love and worth of the bridegroom has conferred upon his bride. And he carried